welcome to another episode of Prairie Hearts. I'm Abigail Turner.
And I'm Ashley Branson.
Today we meet a young hockey player who's this close at reaching his dreams.
And then an old video game gets a new life as thousands of people around the world are battling to smash the competition.
But first, we're racing against the clock of time, trying to escape from a sinking submarine.
And we kick things off by visiting the final countdown. We find out personally how to make an escape room escape-proof.
And we'd probably still be there if they didn't let us out.
That's right, Abigail. Check it out.
The only numbers I'm seeing are...
What? How'd you get it?
It was that, I just wasn't putting it in correctly. Alright.
Oh my god, they have a Walkman.
3,
Oh,
5.
you're kidding me.
Oh my God. Oh, we're gonna die. When we opened it, we had no proof of concept, right? No one has done it in this type of market before. We are rural. The escape room industry has grown phenomenally in the last 3 years all across North America, but mostly in large centers. And I wasn't 100% sure how well received it would be, which I am grateful that it has taken off so well. Today, Abigail and I met up with the Escape the Final Countdown's owner, Michelle, to discuss how the escape rooms are made, and later we'll get a chance to try one out. Hi. Hi guys, welcome to Escape the Final Countdown. You guys want to take a look?
Sure. Yeah,
Perfect, do it. Come on. This is Cold Case. This is our newest room.
That's really cool. So do you go to like escape room school, or how do you get into that?
You know what, I'm actually self-taught. I've always kind of had a creative edge. I've always done creative writing, which is why Cold Case is kind of like my love child, I always call it, because I always wanted to write a crime novel. So what made you decide to get into the escape room business? It was actually a family vacation. We took our two oldest kids, we have 4, to the East Coast, and my son was 23, my daughter was 11, and it was, what do you do with a 23 and an 11-year-old? So we looked for something to do and found the escape rooms, and we did a whole bunch of them. We just fell in love.
So where do you get your ideas from?
Completely out of my head. This is room 2. This is our submarine theme room that just opened. This is called Submerge. This is a real kind of special room.
Okay.
Our contractor, Chris, when I told him I wanted him to build me a round metal room, he thought I was nuts, but we pulled it off. And this, of course, this reflective door is where you go through the looking glass. I love this room. This is my version of Wonderland. So you're actually following the White Rabbit through the looking glass, down the rabbit hole to the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, where you will be trapped forever if you don't get out in 60 minutes, right? So I kind of run everything. I direct all the operations, right? So for all 3 of our different divisions, used to be 4, and I oversee everything. I work human resources, I do marketing, sales, that kind of thing, and work with a very, very talented staff here at the escape room. We will come into the staging area for the Game Master's Fortune, and then if you come in through here, this is Game Master's Fortune. Now, our goal when we design a puzzle is that it's intuitive, that there's something in the room that tells you how to do something or tells you what you need to do.
So speaking of puzzles, you have a puzzle in front of you here.
I do.
Do you want to show us it?
I do. So this is an Enigma encryption machine. In Codebreaker's Legacy, you would actually find this base, and throughout different puzzles, you would find these different cogs. And right at the end of the game, you had all this stuff and you weren't 100% sure what to do with it, but you knew it was important. You find this.
Okay.
This is a secret code. So if you have these cogs in order, if you actually turn them so that they line up the word spy where the markings are, you're ready to decode your message.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, it was actually in the room that Submerged is in, the room you're going to be playing.
Oh, okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Michelle, and I'm looking forward to playing Submerged.
I'm looking forward to watching it.
With only our crew and wits, we will have to attempt to defuse a bomb set to destroy the submarine we're on in under 60 minutes.
All right then, so the bomb is counting down.
Oh!
Good luck.
Okay, so we just have to get out?
Guys, we started.
How's it going with you?
Okay, so these mean something.
Sort of.
But it doesn't mean anything else?
Hey, so we have a game of Battleship that's set up in a really specific way.
Oh. We have 30 minutes left until we explode.
Oh my god. Can I put my head through?
It's not opening.
Help.
This is frustrating. I don't know what to do.
Okay, no. This is what we need to figure out.
Can we have one last clue before we die in a fire explosion? Oh.
As if.
Wait. Look, I think that's the same. Oh, so we did find it. Okay, so it's.
Jesus, Haley. Jesus.
My God.
What's happening?
Hi.
I get the fuse. Does the fuse go in there or no? No, that's just the thing.
Well, should we do countdown?
Let's all sit together.
The final
I want to
countdown.
win.
We're not going to win. Because we're down to like 30 seconds.
Just start hitting buttons on that thing.
And we're dead.
We're dead.
Okay, bye. It's nice exploding with you.
Nice exploding with you.
We died!
You did die.
Yeah.
You were very, very, very close though.
Where we
Oh yeah, you were almost done. So there's only one more step you needed to do, and you
Aw.
could have also opened the door.
I just wanted one to hold it.
I don't know if you guys want to smile or
Guys, we're just filming a documentary about people on submarines, and it went so wrong. Quite, so it's probably pretty frustrating.
That was way harder than I thought it would be. I'm joined with Dakota Bickelmeyer, the producer of the piece. Dakota, how many people actually make it out of that room?
Well, it's one of the hardest rooms, so it's about 30%, but believe it or not, it was actually a lot harder, below 20% success rate.
Oh my gosh, that low success rate does not surprise me at all.
Yeah.
Abigail, what's next?
Now we go from mind games to video games. Esports are taking off. Some tournament prizes are worth over $10 million. Here's a look at one top competitor from right here in Brandon. His game of choice, Super Smash Bros.
what can you do?
Good games.
We got Super Smash Bros. Melee when it came out, and I guess we had the one for 64 before that, but I was pretty young. I didn't really understand what was going on. I was just hitting buttons. And then in university, I heard that Super Smash Bros. Wii U was coming out, so I bought myself a Wii U, and I went to the midnight release for Smash Wii U, and I played a ton of it. And then, we had a tournament here at the university. I went to that, and I had a ton of fun, and I met other guys who were involved in the competitive scene, and I got into it through that. It was competitive. It was a fighting game. You could sit down next to one person and you could try to prove who was better at the game. And as a competitive person, that really appealed to me. It was highly skill-based. There wasn't too much luck involved. So you could really narrow down certain skills and aspects of the game, and I really enjoyed all that. It has taught me a lot about myself. It's introduced me to a whole new world, just in terms of the community and the culture and the history that the game has. And it's definitely improved my life. Good games. It's a special game. It's so intricate, and there's so many ways that you can express yourself. And I've always kind of had something to consume my time, consume what I want to do in a day. What do I do when I wake up? I tried other things, and I tried powerlifting, and I tried narrowing down into school, and none of those seemed to satisfy me in a way that Smash Brothers did. When I started playing it, going to tournaments, meeting new people, it was incredible, and I could see myself learning about myself as I played the game and understanding a lot of things I didn't used to understand. I wish everything I learned playing Smash Brothers I knew when I was younger, because the way I would approach sports and everything would have been very much different. I might stop playing competitively just when it's no longer reasonable to do so. You know, if I have a wife and kids that I should be spending my time with in a career and I want to stay fit and I should be reading and doing a lot of other things, then maybe there just won't be time. If I can't keep up with it as I would like, it would be frustrating to try and still compete and be sliding back in my skill, and that would really frustrate me. It's at the point when I would have to stop doing it entirely is when I would stop doing it at all. I think everybody should give Smash a try, or at least some kind of competitive outlet. I think you can learn a lot and meet a lot of people, and if you have an opportunity to play Smash or any other thing that's not a traditional sport but feels like one, you should give it a try, because you can learn a lot about yourself, because it pushes you mentally as opposed to physically. And yeah, just that I think more people should get involved in this, and that it's a ton of fun, and I'd be happy to help people get into it if they wanted.
Best of luck to Theodore.
Yeah. Now, let's end with Canada's favorite sport, hockey.
Hockey is a huge part of life for many Canadians.
And Lyndon McCullum is no different. He's young, but he's got big plans.
And now it's Paddock. Paddock trying to feed center, and there's a goal! Lyndon McCullum!
My name's Lyndon McCollum, and I play for the Brandon AAA Midget Wheat Kings. I first started playing hockey when I was 4 years old. You know, you're not supposed to start until you're 5, but my dad was able to convince my mom that it was okay for me to start a year early. My parents were definitely the biggest ones, you know. When I was younger, my dad coached me. Just the support that I got from them was, you know, you need that if you're gonna succeed at whatever you're doing in life. And I mean, they were always by my side, you know, picking me up when I was down and making sure that I was having fun all the time, and you know, they just really supported me the whole way through.
Well, I think for us, you know, it certainly starts out as something that we were able to do together when he was young, and then you know, you obviously had a passion for the game, and so when your kids have that, you want to support them in it, and it's just kind of fun. And you know, we feel certainly lucky enough that we've been able to go through all the steps with them.
The biggest influence on my game would definitely be my parents, number one, and then number two, I'd have to say Chris Johnson.
Early on in his younger careers was working on how to play the game and you know, work ethic and stuff like that, and I think he's done a really good job of that. But last little while here, last couple of years, we worked on shooting the puck, and he's done a really good job of shooting the puck in stride and shooting the puck around the net and when to shoot the puck, and that's why he's got rewarded for all the goals and stuff that he has.
So maybe we should probably confirm, is it continuous? Just let me even ask you that. From chapter 2, is that a continuous?
Well, starting in grade 9, I planned ahead, hoping that by the time I got to grade 12, I'd have a little bit of a lighter school load and I'd be able to focus a lot more on hockey. So that's kind of what I did, is I took a lot of courses in grade 9, 10, and 11. And right now I have a pretty light load with just 2 classes.
They don't actually go there, so we don't know what they are.
We certainly expect them to do a good job of that as parents, and you know, education is important, and it's certainly I think has become important for Lyndon too. So we certainly expect him to make sure that he does his best both in the classroom and then of course on the ice as well. So something we've always tried to encourage him to do is to try the best at whatever you're doing. So you know, we hope that that's something that he does do and that sticks with him through his life.
Take out a 3x.
Take out a 3 and an x. Very good. Leaving one in the bracket.
X minus 2.
Solve it for me, sir.
X equals 0 and x equals 2.
Well, I think if you ask any of these guys that are playing right now, the reason they're still playing is because they have fun, and so you know, you always want to make sure that it is fun, and because I think that, you know, probably the minute it stops being fun it's probably a short-lived time. So you know, and I think for a lot of kids, it's just going out and working hard and doing things and being with your friends, and you know, I would say Lyndon's no different in that respect.
You know what, I'd say that the most important thing as a young hockey player is just to have fun. I mean, I know that you hear that a lot, but I really do believe that, you know, if you're not having fun, it's just not worth it to be playing.
Feed center, and there's a goal! Lyndon McCollum goes bar down, and the Wheat Kings score on the power play.
I try to model my game after William Nylander off the Toronto Maple Leafs. You know, he plays a really fast and skilled, high-paced game, and I try to watch him as much as I can and learn things that he does out there and try to add them into my game.
Lyndon McCollum with his second of the game.
Right now, I mean, just like the speed of the game, the intensity, the competitiveness, you know, just trying to go to battle every night and win with your teammates. There's just something about that feeling that's pretty undescribable. There's no feeling like winning a hockey game, no matter what the score is, who you're playing. It's just an unbelievable feeling, and you know, so I think that drives you every night to play. And I mean, yeah, there's nothing quite like it.
Jared Thiessen, the producer of this feature, joins us. So Jared, what's the next step for Lyndon?
Well, Abigail, Lyndon has a contract with the WHL's Brandon Wheat Kings, so that's where he hopes to go to earn a shot at the NHL.
Well, we can't wait to see him make it to the big leagues. Back to you, Ashley.
Check out behind the scenes on our Instagram and Twitter pages at Prairie Hearts, and keep watching for more Westman stories. Catch you later.